Philippians 5 and 15. So that's all pretty amazing evidence, not just intra-biblical evidence, but extra-biblical evidence that Jesus Christ was a real person. He lived a perfect life. He was crucified, died, and rose on the third day, and he is Lord and God over all.
Charlie Kirk was once asked, what would you like to be known for if you were to die? And Charlie said, well, the number one thing I'd like to be known for is a Christian that spreads the gospel. And we see it here in this last crusade that he spent and died for, was martyred for. Now, why did God allow Charlie Kirk to die and, say, not Donald Trump to be assassinated? Well, God sees the whole picture that we don't see. And God has a plan and a time for everyone. And God's time for Jesus to die was in his early 30s, like Charlie Kirk. God had his disciples, almost all of them were martyred for the faith. Why? Because sometimes being martyred shows your dedication and your willingness to give whatever it takes, because the gospel of Jesus is the most important thing in life, and going to heaven after we die is a guarantee for those that give their life and dedicate their life to Christ. So I would encourage you to do what Charlie Kirk says and to follow Jesus, because Jesus is the way to eternal life. And Charlie Kirk is eternally blessed for the life that he lived and gave, and for the truths that he spoke. And that devil hates the truths that he speaks, and the devil's happy to annihilate him. But God still allows it to happen, because God can see the bigger picture, where God can bring so much good out of Charlie Kirk's death and spread his truth even more through his death than through his life, like he did with his own son. So watch my other video about why billions are not going to heaven, and see how you can really go to heaven and live an eternal life with a God that loves you and a God that's here for you now on earth and in heaven. God bless.